And this fight actually is pretty hard. So Nier's finally back, guys. It's because the Aiden fight in the library of Vox City. And actually no place looks almost like this in reality. But yeah, it's of course a classic library from the first game. I'm gonna explain how he's the one drawing. But it makes sense that Aiden is the one doing all the painting. Yeah. So this is added in. This is not in the game. This is added in how in the anime. That he's the one doing. I'm playing this back into... This is very different because in the game this happens much later. This is basically kind of how the end is with at the end of the Vox City, right? So you're definitely changing it up a lot. They're adding in a lot of different stuff here, guys. They're changing in the order of it, but this is actually probably one of the hardest boss fight, I think, playing on perfect hard, seriously. And a lot of times, and I hated it because you have to run this corridor, it's like 10-minute run. So every time you die here in the game, you have to freaking run for like at least 5 minutes or so. And this is actually one of the hardest bosses. It's like maybe the third hardest boss in the game, and it was really annoying perfect hard because I had to run this goddamn tunnel! It should be continue at the door. So, Nier's finally back, guys. Hello, everyone. Because you know I love Nier. Sitting here in my, Akihito, you see the show, right? This is the same artist that made Nier Automata, so right? My favorite artist, right? So I'm a huge Nier fan, guys. I have all the games, right? I've beaten the games for perfect hard. Links below for that. I played all the Hagen. It's been like 4 hours, Jesus Christ. So I love Nier. It's very unfortunate, right? How the anime has been delayed like 3-4 times, right? It's been very, very messy, production clearly. And today, then we have all the 4 episodes coming on the same time. So I'm gonna do 2 episode review reaction here, 3 episode review reaction afterwards in the next video. So I'll make 2 videos. Maybe I'll make a 3rd video later reviewing the whole stuff, right? And but who knows, right? What do you guys think? I think the anime is great, right? But the production around has been terrible. And it does feel like dead on arrival now, right? And I'm guessing that the studio had to drop the 4 episode because they probably have some licensing contract with screens or whatever. They have to produce them anyway. Because it's probably just a lose for them now, right? So it's a Fortnite. I think these are the best games ever. Whatever. Let's watch the episode. And you hope you can subscribe for the next video. So 3, 2, 1, and go. But yeah, Nier is like one of my all-time favorite games, right? And not just because of B2 ass or whatever. I mean, I'm definitely an A2 guy anyway. The A2 is my favorite waifu, right? I like Kane too, but I don't know. Kane's a foot, of course. Yeah, Kane is, Kane is actually one of the few canonly, female futunaris in gaming. There's not only Kane though. There's a couple of others too, but yeah, Kane has a penis officially in the game. Yeah, it's like in the text and everything. So that's like a huge thing. That's like unintended pun. It's a huge. Yeah, Kane has a huge penis. Unintended Nier joking, man. Unintended. I see the hacking here with 2A2, and I'm just like, that Kane, right? Kane over here. Yeah, she got a huge PP. Yeah. Unintended. When you delivered unintended best yoga feel, it's a huge thing. Yeah, it's very huge. It is actually. I think it is literally written as. The she has a huge, huge penis in the game. I think so, which she uses to have, do stuff with it in the game. Yeah. There is actually literally in the Nier game. It's not seen. You have to read it in the text file, but there is this like backstory that Kate has intercourse with her people. Yeah, like seriously, Nier is freaking crazy, man. That's not in the anime, probably. Nier is not gonna animate that, man. It goes to opening. Yeah, it's starting to tell them now. But seriously, there is like in Nier Replicant. I have the game here, I have the game under. Okay, so I have the guy. So this character here, right? The figures are standing on my games. Okay. I'm using the game, standing on it, Jesus Christ, standing on my Nier game, yeah, get away from it, Anya, get away from it, yeah, here it is, right there. In this game, there is straight up a scene where they explain that, the storyline is straight up that, that Kane has, is like, awing someone, with her stuff basically. That is dead or something too. Yeah, like it's really crazy. Now I ruined my trap tool here. There we go. You can see Anya's face by the way. There we go. Yeah. like it's in the game. I wasn't making it up, guys. It's like I'm serious, guys. Yeah, this is that fun too because I think people don't understand, and they have to also read it too. So you're not shown into the game. You have to like go and read these like extra books you find about her life or something. Yeah, I have to read it in the game. So it's like. It's not explained otherwise. But there is clearly explained that she has 2 genders though in the game though. Yeah, that's very clear in the game. She has 2 genders. That's very, very clear. She's possessed by this ghost guy over there. So he's in the kind of the hacking now, right? 9S here. Enemy is Adam. I guess Adam is the one doing the painting, I guess. Yeah, he must have to Adam here. Yeah, just following your orders, hey boy. So it's not about freedom in this anime, right? Or game, whatever you call it. It's a lot about the purpose, right, of the life and so on. So he's like, you're following orders. Yeah, you're following orders, 9S. You have no freedom. Yeah, you don't have any personal agency. That's what we're looking for, agency. Yeah, you're lacking personal agency, right? That's his point, I guess. I would say so. That's his main point about it. Yeah. Giving us some flashbacks there. So Adam and Eve, of course, right? The brothers. But 9S is going crazy in this game. I think 9S goes way. Oh yeah, 9S is going much more crazier in the anime than in the game. He goes crazy in the game too, of course, but it's much more clear here in the game that he's going mentally insane. Yeah, like he's getting hacked. You know, he's losing it. But it's much more clear in the anime. Oh, not the tentacles. It's anime after all. It's gonna go hentai. It's gonna hentai him. No, but no, it's he's much more clearly insane in in this thing than he is in the. Oh, that's getting thrown out of the hacking though. No, it's okay. So this is weird sitting. Yeah, it's like, you can never have her. He's nether raring and that's it. He's getting him with nether rare. That door closing, that was dark, man. He's puts him in the tentacles, the hentai, and he's close the door. Oh, she's back. Yeah, of course, crazy wife is back. This character has so much more screen time in this anime than in the game, yeah. There's barely he's basically not the character in the game, right? But here's like a crazy bikini lady that fishes with grenades. Yeah, that fishes with her boobies. Yeah, it's a weird character, man. Very weird. But yeah, I wonder how this popular anime would have been if it hadn't had all these issues, right? Now it's clearly like, dead basically, right? Like I expect it to get like 10 views. No, but I mean, I know, guys, right? I expect this to have very few views now because it is what it is, right? It is what it is. But I really wanted this. And I looked at the rating. Rating is fairly low, I feel. And I think people probably rated lower just because they're angry at Flash issues right now. This anime could have been maybe one of the best animes this year was. It's sad, man. Oh yeah, it's like a code. So if I was in binary. It should have been in binary. It'd be way too many. It's annoying to write the stuff in binary because it takes so many spaces, man. Yeah. Should have been in binary, man. Ones and zeros, yeah. Not codey enough for me, man. Oh, 2B-Shan is calling you. Are they giving her more screen time here? The commander. Commander's hot, man. She's quite popular. Yeah, the commander is quite popular. I do like how it's even more black and white in the anime in the game, up in this Yora command center. Yeah, it looks even more like sad or whatever. Yeah, it's even more depressing. That's the word I'm looking for, depressing. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. It's depressing! Yeah, but yep, that was the word I'm looking for. Yeah, I messed up there. Oh, this tunnel. I still have PTSD. I hate this tunnel. Hey, this is a hard fight, okay? I have ran this tunnel like 500 times, okay? I hate this tunnel. This boss here, the Vox boss, is probably like maybe the third or fourth hardest boss in the game. And I played the game because it's perfect hard, right? If you go and look at when I play the game, I died here like probably at least 10 times. This is the Vox city, right? So this is like one of the hardest boss fight. Probably the hardest boss fight, I would say. Like like whatever, I want to spoil it, but like pre-changing character, yeah, until you play nice or whatever, right? and so on. So yeah, I would say this is the hardest boss, definitely. Pre-time skip, whatever you call it. Pre-time skip. But seriously, when you die here, there's no enemies here. You have to just run the whole tunnel. You have to run. You saw earlier the door there? That door is like a freaking cave, and it's like a 5-minute tunnel there with no enemies, and you have to run it. And every time you die here, you have to run the whole tunnel, and you have to run the city. And it takes like 5 or 6 minutes to run the whole place, maybe even more than that, seriously. So every time you die, you're punished by like a 5-minute travel time with no enemies. This is the worst place in the game. Because if it were enemies, I would even prefer it. Yes, it's even more annoying if you die, but actually, this is like a challenge. But no, every time you die, you have to run for like at least 5 minutes. And this boss fight is really hard on perfect hard. So one hit, you die, right? And it's very, yeah, I died here so many times. I hated this place. This is my least, yeah. So now it made Adam and Eve, right? He's making humans. So he's making, what's it called? I'm like, Han Solos. He's making Han Solos, yeah. Carbonated humans. It's basically sculpting them, but it's like Han Solos, man. This is not in the game at all. But there's a secret room though, later on, but yeah, I guess. No, but this is like something he's making. Man, it is weirder, man. Yeah, he's, this is what I like with the anime though. It definitely adds, you know, onto the game, right? It adds onto the game's storyline. See more Adam and Eve. He's like sculpting this going Michelangelo on us. Yeah, look at that. All these weird statues. But the fact that aside his church here. There's like a 9S look-alike. Oh, this is really interesting. This kind of weird sculpture of the Yoras or something. Yeah, some kind of weird sexual thing. So there are the Voxes here. So this is called Vox in computer graphics, right? Vox graphics over there. What a panzer scene! My god! That kick, you were like straight up her ass! Oh my god! That was some 2B fan service! It was just so panzer scene! It was just so massive! Yeah, it was just like... I mean, it's a lot of panzers, but that was just like straight up her crotch, man. Jesus Christ. So here comes, of course, the beautiful boss Adam. Yeah, Yoxuso! So this is, of course, a library from Nier. 100% there, yeah, this is the library. So this is where, you know, Perona, the wall and so on, alright? And this is also where Cain then becomes this, yeah, so Cain dies here, basically, right? I say dies as in video game logic, but you know what I mean? This is where the Futta gets petrified, yeah. And Emil and so on, the lets you lose afterwards. It's this scene here. And this library is not here in the game. Instead, it appears later in the game. But this anime is only 12 episodes now. But it says to be set 4 first, but I guess they canceled the second half. Yeah, they obviously canceled, I guess, second half. Right? But this library is supposed to be much later. It's like the end of the game when you're playing A2, right? So, or yeah, so this is at the end of the castle, the red girl tower thing. So this library is much earlier now. But of course, the library is based on the first game then. And doesn't make much sense if you haven't played the game, if you played Nier Automata before. But it's not that important, honestly, that the library is... Nah, it's also important, actually, I think, that the library is there in the game itself with the red girl. It doesn't like, matter that much, honestly. Like, yeah, even if you play... If you only play Automata and you get to this library scene, I don't think it matters that much. I think it matters more when you're in the Forest King Castle and no side quest, where they have the other library that looks also like the library. That kind of matters more for the side quest. But, honestly, nah... I don't know. If that door too had Cain stuck in the middle, then it would make more sense. Or make more sense, but that would be more intriguing, I guess. In the game, yeah. Have we got the aliens? He does explain that. Doesn't he explain this thing to them in the space station? Yeah, they're definitely changing the storyline here. So this is explained in the game at the space station. Underneath this place. It's not explained at the library. So they're clearly kind of mixing up the library. They're clearly mixing up the endgame library with the space now, with the Vox City. So they're taking like three different storylines here and kind of like combine them into one scene. So they're like super high paced in that sense. Yeah, they're like space station scene, Vox City scene, and then also the endgame library scene, and put them all in together like in the same time, kind a little bit. Yeah, it is quite different. Yeah, Adam's scene here is definitely kind of a merger of Kuravanai! But honestly, I feel it hard now. I don't want to spoil here, but I will explain that in the report. But I feel it hard now to not. I was like, yeah, is he so he's the one doing the painting course. I mean, that makes sense. He's analyzing them and so on, right? But it's weird because in the space station, that's when he explains to them, you know, the truth of the aliens. I guess he's gonna do that now instead. Here at the library, I guess it's gonna explain it now instead, which is this big reveal, right? About the aliens. I wonder if they changed this thing during the production because it's like, you know, because I thought it was supposed to be 24 episode 2. Oh man, look at Aiden, man. He's pretty boring me. Be shonen, man. Be shonen. But I wonder if they, you know, I wonder if they would have the same storyline if this wasn't delayed. You know what I mean? Maybe they because they're obviously rushing it now here. I would say 9S. This is kind of in the game though. Yeah, 9S is being pretty boy is being kidnapped. Yeah, this is kind of how the game is though. But again, the scene's different there in the library. But maybe. But it wasn't like super. This is what I mean. He didn't like explain everything, right? He kind of teased to some of the later storylines. He kind of teased a little bit, so it wasn't like he explained the whole truth, right? But he was saying stuff that the game doesn't say there, so it's a little bit. Yeah, Kuros! Here we go. But yeah, this boss fight is freaking hard, man. This is one of the hardest boss fights. Yeah. And here I died a lot, man. But yeah, Hagen is the hardest boss fight, easily. Hagen is by far the hardest boss in the desert. Yeah, let's go 2B! So he has this, like, he summons this voxes at you. He's summoning the vox at you, and it's super annoying because you die from one vox, right? So it's... Yeah. But it's very nice animated. So the anime looks great, right? If you ignore all the production issues, it's a great anime. Oh yeah, nice heel kicking him. That was beautiful. She kicked him in his back, in his spine with her like long high heels. That's a waifu attack, man. 2B gets him with like the freaking, you know, heel kick in the spine. Yeah, that looks freaking painful, man. Okay, but yeah, see, those boxes that in the game are like attacking you, so... Here we go. 9S clones, baby. This is way later in the game. Yeah, see what I said earlier? They're combining... It's very confusing because they're combining... This is happening in the end of the game. So when he has cloned them, it's not him doing it, it's the red girl doing it. So when they have cloned, most of this cloning happens at the end of the game, at the tower. So... But I said the library is also at the tower in the game. So the library, before you get to the library, you have a lot of these cloning fights, right? When they have cloned you. So it is really, yeah... I feel that they're mixing up a lot of story bits here. Even though there are some other stuff earlier too, but it feels that they're mixing those two storylines. We have to fight the clones. Huh. He just chooses that. But I mean, come on, 2B. The guy doesn't even look like Linus. I mean, yes, he looks like him from like a model standpoint, but he doesn't even have the color. It's just like when you work on a video game and before you make the character give her hair color or the mesh or whatever. Yeah, this is the model, right? This is the white model. It's like no color on it. There's no grading on it. Come on, 2B, you can't fall for that. That was like a 9S without any color scheme. That's like the first model. Do you like this model before we keep working on on the model here before we? Yeah, it's like phase 1 of video game production. It's a 3D figure without any color and no technical animation. You like it? But this is what I mean. Here we go. This is so hard in the game. I keep saying it, but honestly, I'm still salty over this thing. This fight is freaking hard. Okay, I think of PTSD, man. This is hard. Okay, when he summons these boxes and every little box kills you, right? So this is very, very hard in the game. Yeah. Those things flies at you. You're like, ah! You have to stand there, do like Matrix avoiding him. It's freaking hell, guys. Okay. But like I keep saying to you, if you haven't beaten this game in Ultimate Harding, then you haven't beaten the game, right? Because it's supposed to be just like Elden Ring or whatever. You have to go through the pain of suffering. Oh yeah. Oh my god, it's not gangbanger. Yeah, my god, it's a hentai scene again here. Yeah, it's like ganging up 9S, man. Oh man, she wants it. She wants it, man. She's like, oh no, so many pretty boys. There's too many of them. Instead of attacking her with all the boxes, you attack her with pretty boys. Yeah. I like his belt though. It's very like Final Fantasy. Yeah, he got that. Think about it. He got that Amano belt. Yeah, he got that like Yusuke Amano belt. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. 2B. You got 2 of those drones. Yeah. If you beat the game, you know what I mean? If you get the ending E, you have your drones helping you. Yeah, those are the real bros of the game, are those little robots. Yeah, the little droids. Those are the real brothers. Yeah, these are your real best friends. Yeah, if you beat the game, right, I'll spoil it, but if you beat the game, you get the perfect ending, you beat the credits, right, you get the ultimate super ending, yeah, then these are like, got you girl, yeah, come on, that's what I'm talking about. These things are like, yeah, we got you girl, we got you. Absolutely. Is it out yet? So next episode is out, okay, let's see it later, but it's a little weird. I was just wondering about that. When the next episode airs. But it should be now. Yeah. I think they're airing all on the same day. I mean, yeah. Sorry, I'm just wondering, because now, I was wondering if episode 10, 11, 12, if they're gonna air all in 4 in a row. I think so. I think we have next episode coming soon. Yeah. Oh my god, it turns black! Oh my god, he hacks it. The Vox version of Die, man. And I actually have I know a neighborhood in Stockholm. Looks exactly like this. Yes, in Stockholm. One day I would go there. I've been here like 4 years ago. And I took I was like shocked, man. I was like shell shocked, okay? It's like the worst place ever in Stockholm. No, but it looks terrible. Because every house there has the exact same like model as the next house. But they keep chasing the windows. One day I make a video, guys. Because it's genuinely, I think, the ugliest place in the world, okay? It's like the most laziest, ugliest place I've seen in my world. It reminds me of this. I call it Vox Stockholm, and it's like the ugliest buildings I've ever seen in my life. One day I will go there and... What's he doing, man? Yeah, he's gonna save his brother, you know? Ooh, yeah! That's what I was aiming for! I'm here for the Panzer! My god! Eve comes in, then we see a bunch of Panzers! My god! Woo! That was like a tornado panzer attack! That was beautiful though, that was beautiful. Yeah, they were like flipping those panzers. Okay, that turns out good. Yeah, turns out now, yeah, good. So we're basically gonna, yeah, when I finish the review, we're gonna watch 10 immediately. That's good. That's what I want, baby. Yeah, that's what I see this right now. Yeah, it's good. Nice, but that seriously was not. That's like a whirlpool panzer attack. Yeah, it's called Nintai. That's what it's called. Yeah, it's called Nintai Gear, something like that. Yeah, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's come on, Nintai 3D Panzer. But yeah, she saves 9S of course, and now everything is just black instead. Yeah, she corrupted the world here. So this happens in the game too. So after you beat them here, you can never go back to the city. Yeah. So most parts of the game you can return to, but this is actually it's just like I was in the game. You can never return to the city. So he builds this weird place underground, right, under the tunnels, and then you can never return it again. This is actually one of the, I'll say a few places, but this is one of the places that you can never go back to. So there's no side quest here. And Eve disappears for now. Does it die here? Is it a question if it dies? That doesn't die here. I don't know. Honestly, it doesn't make any sense, this game. Like, oh, I don't know. He's like, my brother! But I don't think it dies here because it makes no sense, this game, okay? It makes no sense. Even though I played the game like 10 times, I still don't get it, okay? I still don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Does it die there? Arguably not. But yeah, let's review it. So we're gonna shoot a review, right? And then go to the next episode, and then make another video. I think I do. So let's review it, guys. And I said, right, do a brief review here, because we have 4 episodes coming, right? But, and it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. I said it's really unfortunate, because, yeah, again, I love this game. It's one of my artificial games, right? I love this artist. Yuki Toro, but the guy behind Akiko, the guy, has done, you know, the 2B, they had the main concept artist, whatever you call it, lead artist of the game of Nier Automata. He's my favorite game artist, right? Because he done games like Text Ogre, you know, Ogre Bat. He's from that Quest, right? FF12, Dragon Story. You look at example Ashley Wright, the Dragon Story. He's a lot like 2B and so on. He has some hair and so on. So he's been my favorite artist, as I'm a huge fan of, you know, Dragon Story and so on. He's been my favorite artist for like the last 25 years or whatever when it comes to video games. So massive fan from that as well, right? A very, very big fan. But anyway, it's very unfortunate, but I love him. Anyway, second thing I forward to is because, you know, like, I would love, right, to sit here and break down everything. And I think that if this anime kept airing normally, if Nier had aired normally every week, I could have we can still do it, of course, but I was, you know, I kept kind of breaking down every episode, right? Because this scenes to explain, the different story aspects that have been changed and so on. So it does feel very, because now it's like they're dumping 4 in all day. I think it's very bad for them, binging it. Yeah, I think they're ruining it a lot because they're dumping all 4 today. And we're still gonna review it now and explain. I'll explain to you some of the difference here. But I mean, if you had one weekly episode, we could break down, you know, the scenes and really talk about what they mean and what they changed and so on. Now I'm gonna do it briefly because I don't feel I want to do it now. There's like 4 of them. I'd rather do one video with about 4. But anyway, let's go into it. They changed massively, right? So here we see Adam, he's standing in the library instead. I keep saying that, right? There's a massive change. The library doesn't appear at all. It's much later. There's some hints to the library a little bit, but I mean, this kind of way showing the library, that is much later in the game. And the cloning thing happens just before the library as well. So, as I said in the reaction part, the library has been changed massively. They moved it up, and of course this library is basically the main place, right, of Nier Replicant, or Nier, the first Nier, right, where you live with your sisters or next to this, and it's run by these twins, right, that of course are also characters in this game. And this library is basically the main hub of, yeah, I guess so, right? You have the city next to it, where you get a lot of side quests, but the library is where run off, which the mayor lives then, one of the twins, and she gives you kind of the main story quest, and in the library you kind of get achievements, and you can see, you know, a bunch of stuff and so on. So yeah, so the library is kind of like the main quest hub or whatever, and then the city is like most of the side quests are there, and you live next to the library. It's like outside your home, you know, you live with your sister, so it's next door to you. So it really is like kind of that, and also the library is basically in the middle of the world, you know. So in the first game, you kind of have like 5 different places, I guess, roughly speaking, you know, 5 different domains, worlds we call it, you know, desert, forest, you know what I mean, yeah. And the library is kind of in the middle, right? So it's really the center of the world. And there's of course a lot of, especially why, right, with the whole plan, the gestalt and so on. But the library now then it kept being reused, right, by the androids and by the so for the gestalt part, yeah. So that's what the library keeps appearing, right, and the Vox thing is based on the, you know, the old library as well. So it's quite important in that sense. And also then spoilers, right? The next part is also where Kane, of course, gets killed off temporarily. She can unlock so safe way at the library door, right? So it's also a big part of the game. Kane's death scene is at the library as well, right? But you know, her foot of powers saves her, right? But anyway, I think another big difference though is that he showed the alien there that was dead, right? I keep saying it because in the video game, the aliens, the dead alien corpse, as is shown in like the alien space station or the alien like where they have the ships or whatever. So like I said, they kind of combine the space station scene with the Vox City scene with part of the tower scene and the end of the game where you can get to see. And then lastly, this boss is very hard. The Vox hard, no, but this is called Voxes, right? So if you work computer graphics, when I went to PhD, I actually studied and wrote just part of the Voxes, right? So this is kind of how you make in video games or CGI or whatever, right? How you make this stuff to kind of fast down into bricks or whatever. So you can have like a wall, you hit the wall, and because of that, it's called voxing usually. Vox graphics or whatever. So that's why I call it Vox City, right? Because they have this different squares of voxes. So obviously the game is very, the anime and the game is very gamey, very coded, right? So they clearly made it like a code kind of thing. But anyway, let's go to the next episode. 3, 2, 1, and go. Then I'll do 11, 12 in another video. Yeah. I don't want to make this like 1 hour videos. They're not good for YouTube as well. But I also don't want to make like 4 videos. No, like 2 is good. 2 episodes, that's good. I think they're good. Lily, of course, has a lot of screen time in this. Yeah, she has a lot more screen time, of course, in this. You know, anime instead, being an anime-only character and so on. Oopsie. Sorry about that. Yeah, you better watch out, 2B Sean. Commander Milf. She's hot, but I know she's very popular, yeah. She's very popular. Yeah, what's wrong? don't worry about him to be... I'm sitting so uncomfortably. It's so hot, I think. It's like a sauna, but now it's all sad because his brother's sister is dead. Kinda. Yeah, it's very confusing. I guess it's very confusing if they actually die or not. Yeah, it's very confusing in this game. Honestly, I think it is very confusing. Did he actually die there? Yeah, it's very confusing. I guess he died. Kinda. He's back later, but I don't know. It doesn't make much sense. He goes out there. But yeah, it's very hot. I keep saying it, but you know how it is. This summer is so hot, the humidity is so high, so it really becomes this like super annoying. I'm sitting here sweating. I feel like I don't know, it's like my sofa is hot or something. I forgot to open the windows or whatever before I started doing this. Yeah, like it's... fix this thing here. Yeah, I'm fixing some stuff, you know, editing. Computer graphics. I'm working on my automation stuff, yeah. I'm doing a lot of that these days. But here we go. Nier. But I think that speaks to me too, you know, being a developer, or a developer, but you know, designer. But also, I mean, I have been a developer, but I don't. It's what I prefer doing. But I also makes that a little more better, I guess. You know, gives a little more feeling to it, right? Here's the army. No, it's a priest guy. Oh, is it gonna be the guy like, you know, they all die something? This is really sad, weird scene where they all jump at you or something. Yeah, in the foundry. It's a very strange scene where they all just like... He's gonna kill him, right? You can't replace my brother. Yeah, like, shut up, ugly robot. Yeah, it's like, don't talk to me, robot. But there is this very weird scene when you're in the foundry second time, and these guys all run at you, and they're like, just like, you do kamikaze. It's a very weird scene. Yeah, they're like robots that can see the half. They're like robots that get religious. They have some kind of weird fate, and they're like, kamikaze attack. It's very, very strange. Like, sad, strange. Yeah, you're like, what's happening? Yeah, why they're... That probably won't be this anime at all. Unless it's now. Yeah, it's either now, but I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be partially, I mean. But I can see them censoring that, because it's a very weird, like, kamikaze scene with these robots. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be in the anime, to some extent, I mean. Unless they do it right now, but I mean, I think they're gonna do it, but, you know, they're gonna censor it, right? Yeah, I have a hard time seeing them actually showing this, like, massive delete yourself scene. It's very, Thing is that, because they only have 2 episodes, there's no way they're gonna have the actual death scene later. There's a much sadder scene later, right? I want spoiler course, but it's a much sadder scene later in Foundry, yeah. Which is similar to this scene, but it's much sadder. That scene, I can't see being this anime now, because they need to have a second season, right? But again, I'm sure the anime was supposed to have 4 episodes. That was what I said earlier, but I guess they canceled like season 2 now. Part 2 is cancelled, I guess. Because that would explain this scene later, which is much worse. Opposite that further to the Pascal scene you play the game, but yeah. I was spoil it, but it's like this. It's probably the saddest scene in the whole game, right? The Pascal scene. That scene is really sad. But now it's like, he's like the Pope. Yeah, he's like the Robo-Pope. He's the Robo-Pope, man! It's like if you watch Futurama, you know, you need to have the Robo-Pope, yeah. Pope Robo. Nah, Robo-Pope is a good word for it. Robo-Pope. I feel that's confident, yeah. Robo-Pope, that's what it's called now. I have named him now, so look at him, he's like a Robo-Pope. He's standing there doing his like, worship me, Robo-Pope! Robo-Pope! See, I keep saying it, this guy is Robo-Pope. And then play one of the sad soundtracks here. This music is so good in Nier, man. Yeah, you get the freaking sad ost, man. They have to make a new Nier game, Jesus Christ. But Replicant is a remake. And I played the first course well then. Yeah, because I'm from Europe, so I had the Nier. Yeah, I played the first Replicant, the first Nier game, but then I had, of course, we had to play it as an adult. yeah, Papa Nier, because you know I'm from Sweden, so I was still living in Sweden. Yeah, when the game was released, right, the first Nier. So we're playing Papa Nier, but I have Drakengard. You know, I played Drakengard before it, so yeah, I played Drakengard 1 even. Yeah, so. But this is weird though. They're gonna have a bit of this, I think, kamikaze robots. Because they're all like super religious. Yeah, they're like fate religious robots, which is very strange. But yeah, they have them here, so. They're definitely there, man. These weird robots are definitely there. Exactly, this Papa Pop robot. But this is like, is this a side quest in the game? Maybe. For some reason, I was it's a side quest in the game, but I don't. It's kind of like a little bit. This is the second time you're in the foundry, so it's like the third time. I mean, you did more than once. The second time you're there, it's like a tiny side quest. Maness doesn't go here at least. No, he's just dead, right? Because Adam already killed him. Yeah, so the Pope is already dead. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna go crazy. I feel this anime probably ends at the fight at the crater, right? Yeah, that's probably the ball fight. That's probably how it ends, right? Episode 12 is probably at that the lake place, whatever you call it, the river in the middle of the city, outside the camp. Yeah, there's no way they're gonna go into the I say it, Pat F and Pat E, Pit E, and those Pats. No. Pat C and so on. CDE, yeah. But this is weird though. The religious kamikaze robots. Yeah, now they're like, yay! So we're not gonna have the Pascal scene, and we're not gonna. This is crazy, you know. They're like, yay! This is the kamikaze robots. Yeah, they're like religious. You kill the Pope. No, not Robert Pope. Yeah, so now they're all gonna kamikaze her. It cuts away there. Come on, this is like the crazy religious robo salad. Here we go. Yeah. You killed the woman! Yeah, now we got the religious robots here. Yeah, now they all go crazy. This is like a really weird scene, man. All these robots going crazy. They're like religious sellout robots. They're like, yeah, and they all blame her too. It was really Aiden's fault, but he's hacking them. He's making them red, right? Yeah, he's activating them. There's a cool scene of in TV is like getting up a spear there. Oh, you wanna go? Yeah. Here we go. She's gonna destroy these kamikaze robots, all of them. Oh god. No, the Pope is dead, man. Your religion is wrong, yeah. Oh, this scene, man. But this is still the red logic virus, right? Yeah, so it kind of shows you that he's affected with the red virus logic, and that's important later for the skyscraper infection scene, right? Yeah, so I guess it's like a build up for that. That's actually pretty cool. They all run faster. They all increase the speed. Yeah, they're like coming after her. Yeah, you wanna go? Yeah, it's like come on, get away from me, robots. Yeah. Man, it's been a lot of anime today. Yesterday was about One Piece, and now I have a Need instead. Yeah, now it's 9S, the hacker boy. It's your boyfriend though. I'm hacking it. 9S Sushan. Yeah, he's back, baby. I'm Skyping in here. Zoom call, girl. Yeah, he's Wi-Fiing it. Yeah, I'm here, girl. He's way too happy about this. He's like, yeah. He's way too happy about this. He's like, yeah, that's right. I'm the brains of the operation. She walks away from his good. He's like, shut up. He leaves. Yeah, shut up, you idiot. Yeah, that's like good. She just leaves. That's good. And then you handle your boyfriend. Yeah, he's like, oh, he's so annoying. I just want to walk away. Why do I love this guy for? Yeah, how do I fall in love with this guy? He's so annoying. I'm just leaving, guy. I'm just leaving. I'm going over there. So. But I mean, clearly Adam is affecting them with the red virus logic. And then, of course, later on we have the red girl. But I guess in the red girl won't even be in this anime, unless they might pop her in the last final episode. Just to show just to show her, herself, her face probably. Kind of like if I played Wild Oats 3, if you're gonna have the blue girl instead that game. Yeah, the game with the blue girl. The blue girl's gonna pop in behind them, you see her shadows. The blue menace, the nightmare blue menace, yeah, the blue girl. She's like, I was always there all along. That's cool in Wild Oats, because Wild Oats, she basically is the main bad guy. You see the several cutscenes or whatever in the background. Yeah, she's like hiding in the background, like, oh, what's the character over there? Oh, that's like Satan over there. Yeah, I was standing in the castle over there. Yeah, it's like revealed. It's like, oh, actually, I'm the bad guy along with something. Basically, Red Girl is similar, yeah. Oh, similar in Tales of Arise, I guess. Yeah. Oh yeah, this boss, the Hagan, tiny Hagan. This is one of the many Hagels, yeah, basically, yeah. The one caterpillar leg. But this boss is, this is straight up the boss in the game. They're one of the, I'll say it, bigger bally thingies. Hagan is like this times 20, right? Yeah, he's like 20 of this. This is a pretty easy fight in the game. Yeah, this is actually probably one of the easy bosses. Like I said earlier, right, I played on Perfect Hard, and this boss was like one attempt or 1 or 2. It was very easy. I think I killed this boss immediately. I don't remember even dying here. I don't think I died there. This is probably actually one of the easy bosses in the game, straight up. Yeah, this is like a 2 out of 10 boss fight something. I don't necessarily it's a bad fight, but in difficulty curve. Difficulty curve is like 2 out of 10 or whatever. Yeah, it's very easy. Yeah, it touches this ball thing I had a voice on. You're fighting it on this platform over like this foundry metal or whatever, but yeah, it's honestly this is pretty accurate. I feel this is pretty accurate. And I feel it's pretty accurate because this boss is really easy. Yeah. Like just cuts it down. It's like pretty accurate. I feel pretty accurate of the video game. Yeah, that's how it was. You one shot that ball thing. Yeah, it was piss easy. But seriously, probably is a boss of the game. Or definitely up there. The last boss of Adam on this path is not that hard. Actually, I think. The hard boss is definitely Hagen by far. Ooh. I guess the Forest King isn't hard either. Even the real Forest King. The fake Forest King and the real Forest King. The real one is a 2. He's easy too. But the Cyclops boss. He's easy. The opera singer I actually find pretty easy too. Yeah, she isn't that hard either, perfect hard. You have to avoid all those the screaming girl things, but it's not that complicated actually. The Smoop stages are much harder, of course. So the 6th boss, the water, they cut away. Yeah, the anime didn't have it at all. Yeah, the anime completely removed the boss, but there is this like water Smoop fight. So last episode when they went to the library, before that you actually go to this water boss. Yeah, because they went into this painting, right, at the beach. But the beach is actually like a whole stage there, and then the beach is destroyed by this like giant, I don't know, flying fortress water boss thing. Yeah, so they completely omitted that boss, but it's like a flying fortress, water boss thing. It's like some kind of, I don't know, boat or something. Yeah, it's like some kind of air carrier or something. I don't know, something like that. But alien air carrier, yeah, they completely removed the boss, 100%. That boss should have probably been last episode or 2 episodes ago. Probably should have been actually before, in the beginning of this episode. Yeah, oh whatever. No, not my bros. Yeah, the best pot guys. These are the true bromans of the game. Yeah, these are the true bromans. Yeah, the ultimate characters. Who cares about 9S, man? Who cares about the freaky robots that are turning into a giant, I don't know. I won't say biomass, but this is mechanical though. But yeah, they become this like freaky little. They're all ignoring her though. That is something new. Oh, they're all dying. Yeah, the kamikaze. They're all dying. The kamikaze scene. They're all dying. This is so. This guy's like, I also wanna die. It's like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so they go. Yeah, the kamikaze scene there. Yeah, but they're still not gonna have they're not gonna have the real scene though. They're not gonna have the real scene though when they're much. This scene isn't even that sad compared to what's happening later. So they're not even gonna have this is weird now that they're all dying. Jesus Christ, man! All the robots commit mass deleting or stuff. This game is so weird. But the later scene with A2 is way worse too. This is like touching. This is like the ice. This is top of the iceberg, you know, top of the ice mountain compared to what happens later with Pascal, right? So this is nothing. And the anime won't have this. The anime, there's no way the anime is gonna have that scene in A2, the Kamikaze A2 scene, which is like that scene. In the same location too, yeah, same location, same font, but it's like 10 times worse. Jesus Christ. This is like, this game is low. But honestly, the anime is only gonna animate the lesser scenes, right? Because it gets sadder, right, in the second playthrough, yeah. When you see the Oprah's backstory and so on. Yeah, the Path B is sadder than Path A, right? And Path C and D and E is even sadder. So this anime is only animating the happy bits. Think about it. The anime is only animating the happy bits, yeah. It's only gonna get worse from here, yeah. It's like this. Oh, this is when the camp is attacked? Oh yeah, I think so. There's a bug here in the game. You can die here in the camp. Yeah, this is when the... I guess this will take the camp. But I think over there is going to be where the last boss fight is. That's probably... like, in the anime, I mean. The Path A fight is. Yeah, that's probably the anime. I wonder, because... I feel they're jumping pretty quickly here. So they might get interested in it ever. I suppose so. Man, the commander is trying to whip through the horse whip. He should have got a sexual character. Why does he have a horse whip for, you know? That's like a dominator. He's like, let's go, girls. Yeah, you're like, oh god, this is so fan service. Like, why does he have like a... I'm crying laughing. Why does he have like a freaking horse whip for? She's like, oh yeah, I'm getting excited. She's standing like, oh yeah, let's fight them. Yeah, it's like, come on, girl. Like, that's overly sexualized. Jesus Christ. Okay, so the ending is coming now. It's obviously a big part at the credits. Let's wait for that. Yeah. I forgot that Abarachi singing in the ending too. Yeah. Well, it's obviously like a 3-4 minute after ending credits here, so let's just wait. Let's just wait, boys. That is finished. Yeah, so we of course review it after this as well, right? And then we take a short break. Yeah, I need to open the windows. That's one thing I need to take a break for. I need to go open my doors and windows or something. It's so hot in here. It's hard to breathe, honestly. Yeah, it's so, you know, it's so uncomfortable, really. That's pretty good, actually. I'm looking at I'm at to make some stuff here while I'm doing this thing. So how it happens here. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I can now rewrite my script here. Man, I feel I missed this. There's obviously gonna be more now. But it isn't? Did I do something wrong then? The episode is way shorter? Because now it's this other thing where they have the robots. So, yeah, but the episode is way shorter then. What? Because, I mean, this is the whole... this is in every episode. My timer is correct, guys. It's at 19. So, yeah, my timer is correct. Because this is... every episode is this thing, right? With the tweets and so on. With Penola. Oh, maybe it's much more of this thing. Maybe it's much more of that. It's pretty funny, but okay, let's go to review it then. It's pretty funny, but yeah, okay, so it's a surprise though. Let's review it, but that might be then. That might just be a budget issue again then, honestly, because I mean this is pretty funny. Twins are very important, right, in the first game, not so much in this game. But they do of course make you wonder when you play the first game. Yeah, this one thing interesting, right? If you play the first game, Nier, Replicant then, but you know the first Nier, right, Papa Nier. Then you play Automata, you're like, wait, what are the twins for? I'm pretty sure I killed those two. Yeah, pretty sure I killed them in the first game! Yeah, you're like, why this bitch is back, right? Yeah, pretty sure I freaking stabbed you in the back with my sword. But anyway, so, let's sit here immediately. This seems weird. It seems that they kind of cut away, because the episode ended at basically 17 or 19 minutes then, right? And then they have this thing afterwards. But the episode 9 also has the dolls thing afterwards. So that episode is like about roughly the same, you know, correct time, right? And then has 3 minutes of dolls. This episode has more minutes of dolls. It also feels again budget constraints. They're like, okay, we're gonna remove 2-3 minutes and do this thing. It's affordable, right? I love Nier, but Jesus Christ, it feels like this to me has to be a budget issue. They did the doll thing instead of doing the episode, you know, or I mean, yes, of course it's an episode there, but like the episode was removed like maybe 3-4 minute episode, and for this stuff instead, right? Because like I keep saying, it's really emphasis here. The previous episode has, you know, the normal timer, right, and then those, right? So the episode is longer, it's like 25 minutes. This is 22 minutes, but it's like 5 minutes dolls, yeah. So they removed like 5 minutes of screen, 5 minutes of animation. Seems really lazy. But then, yeah, we can have the mass kamikaze scene, right? And honestly, I was thinking that the scene that is later with A2 is much better. It's the same thing, kind of just, you know, worsened out, right? And I do feel that the animation would be weird if they never make a sequel, a part 2, because that is just building up thing. But I guess mostly what it's showing is you that Adam now is giving them the red virus, right? Or making them aggressive. Because the robots are kind of peaceful, half of them at least, and he's making these religious robots are all peaceful, right? But he's like pissed off, so he's making them all go angry. Also building that up with the red girl and so on, yeah. So it's all building up. Otherwise, I would say this is probably all straight up the weakest episode. Yeah, not only for this reason, but this episode here, episode 10, was really weak, honestly. It didn't bring much to it. It's just, yeah, Adam is going crazy, and, you know, 2B fights some crazy kamikaze religious robots. It didn't really bring anything new. Has some very minor fan service also, yeah, like one punch to see, whatever. It wasn't good. I would say this is the weakest episode, honestly. Not much to say about it, generally speaking. So anyway, I hope you guys subscribe. I'll see you guys with the part 2 then, or the 11 and 12 come up soon. I'll take a short break, open up the windows, it's really hot in here. So see you guys soon with 11 and 12.